Good morning, Mount Lebanon. Today is Tuesday, March 17th. I'm glad you're taking a few minutes to join me about the latest updates about the COVID-19 and the Mount Lebanon School District. Also, stay tuned for that mindful minute, which we could all use at this time. So what do I have to report to you today about what's new? There's really nothing new that we've received from the governor or from the Secretary of Ed. So schools remain closed for the foreseeable future. Again, there will be no activities. Entrance and exit into the buildings will not be permitted unless special arrangements are made with your building principal or supervisor. And if you need to contact the building principal or an administrator, the best way to do that right now is through email. I would like to remind our entire school community that lunches, grab-and-go lunches, will be available from 11 to 1 outside entrance C20 at the high school. It's a great opportunity to get something quick and easy to eat. So what remains the same? I ask you to practice good hygiene. Wash your hands, cover your coughs, clean high-touch areas, and practice social distancing whenever possible. So what is social distancing? People should stay away from each other and not get into close proximity with each other. And we should be canceling groups, or we should be limiting groups of anywhere between 10 to 50 people, depending on whether you follow the CDC guidelines or the President's guidelines. We need to maintain social distance of up to 6 feet. I would encourage you to change our habits about shaking hands and hugging people. I've seen a lot of great and creative ways to make contact with people, from elbow bumps to foot bumps. And always remember to stay away from people who are showing any signs of coughing or sneezing or look like they don't feel well. Most importantly, I want you to remember this. There are a lot of smart people making good decisions about what we're doing. I want you to take care of each other, heed the advice of the experts, and probably most important, stay calm. And it's easy for me to say stay calm as we see runs on toilet paper and all kinds of things at grocery stores, but stay calm. Those items will replenish themselves over time. And don't worry, we'll get through this together. So my favorite part of our meeting this morning is our mindful moment. And this is for my students, this is for my faculty, and these are for the adults in our community, our parents too. So yesterday we started with one of my favorite books, and it's called Alpha Breaths, and it was written by a friend of ours named Chris Willard. And today we're up to C and D. So C is cake breath, and D is dolphin breath. So let's practice those together, my friends. So for our cake breath, we're going to breathe in as you imagine a birthday cake, and then we're going to breathe out as you imagine blowing out those candles. So let's do that for a minute. So sit up straight. Let's take a big, deep breath as we imagine that birthday cake through our nose. And let's blow out those candles. Can we do one more? A big breath through the nose. Let's blow out those candles. And we missed one. Let's do one more big cake breath. Breathe in through the nose. And let's get all those candles. That was awesome. Thanks. And the other one we're going to do this morning is that dolphin breath. And this is going to take a little effort on everybody's part. So dolphins, when we breathe in, we're going to lift our arms up real high in the air. And when we breathe out, we're going to take a dive into the ocean. So let's see if we can practice that all together. So big breath as we lift our arms up into the air. And when we're ready to dive, big breath out. Awesome. Let's do one more. So big breath. And dive deep into the ocean. And let's see if we can go just a little bit deeper on this last one. So big breath as we get ready to dive. And breathe out. Friends, that was great. And we have something for your parents to join in with and for some of our staff members to join in too. I have this little toy here. It's called the Hoberman Sphere. And some of you have seen it. It opens and closes. And sometimes we use that as a reminder to take a big breath in and slowly take a breath out. So you can follow along with me as I take 3 breaths in and 3 breaths out. So here we go, everybody. Big breath in. And a big breath out. Big breath in. And one more. Big breath in. Great. So we have a lot of ways to help calm our nervous system. And breathing is one of those that does that. When we breathe in oxygen, it's good for our body. And when we breathe out all that carbon dioxide, that also helps clean out our bodies also. So when you have the opportunity to take just a few breaths sometimes when you're feeling a little stressed or anxious, think of either taking a cake breath, a dolphin breath, or remember that Hoberman Sphere. And now I'd like everybody to join me in just a couple moments of mindful meditation. And I invite you to join me in this little practice that helps us find some calm in the midst of all this, everything that's going on in our society right now. So if you're comfortable, you can put your feet flat on the floor. We can sit up straight. And if you're comfortable, close your eyes or look just towards the ground, whatever makes you feel comfortable. And for just a few moments, we're going to practice some mindful meditation. And let's just get settled from the top of our head all the way down to the bottom of our feet. Let's see if we can be totally present in whatever room or whatever space that you're sitting in right now. And listening to everything that's happening in that room. Listening to the furnace if it's on, or the drip, drip, drip of our faucets. And let's see if we can smell anything special in that room. Maybe this morning we made some toast, or maybe we have coffee brewing. Let's see if we can smell those. And finally, let's spend some time feeling about our breath. So we're going to focus on our breath for a few minutes and try to anchor ourselves in that breathing area. So when you take a breath through your nose and exhale through your mouth, try to find where your body feels that most. For some of us, that's in our stomachs, for some in our upper chest, and for some below our nostrils. So let's take 3 breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Let those shoulders sink down a little bit. Take a breath through your nose and out through your mouth, and see if we feel any tension releasing there. And one less in through the nose and out through the mouth. And let's just let our body settle for a moment. And let's remember those sounds we heard in the room. Maybe it's the dishwasher running. Maybe it's the furnace. Let's try to reconnect with that smell if you smell anything in your house. That toast, that coffee. and just find peace for a few minutes. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. So what a great way to start our day. And you can do that throughout the day. Whenever you're feeling stressed or you're feeling a little bit of anxiousness about something or the news is a little bit overwhelming, we have the capacity, it's always with us, to take those 3 deep breaths. And let us end with something that I'd like to end with every meeting that I go to. It's that ability to take care of yourself, and that's self-compassion. So if you're comfortable, put your hand over your heart, feel that space, feel the warmth of your hand over that heart, or you can hold your hand, or you can even hug yourself. And if you repeat after me quietly to yourself, may I be happy, may I be healthy, and may I be peaceful. So thank you for joining me today. See you tomorrow at 9.